Day number 21 of my February challenge. We have made it 3 entire weeks straight, not missing a day of exploring these wellness practices, and it feels good. And I was reminded last night that it's actually been proved in science, or researched in science, that it takes 21 days to change your brain pathways to a different habit or task and things like that. So I'm obviously taking on this challenge, and I'm going to go the full month, the full 28 days of February, to kind of solidify these practices in my life. But the brain starts to change at that 21 day mark. We're here. We made it. So maybe my brain is just going to click and it's going to all work out. No, that's probably not how it's going to work, but feeling pretty solid about things. So we're going to make this day count. It's going to be a good day 21. So let's drop right into this. We've arrived here today. We've arrived here to benefit ourselves, to nourish our souls, and strengthen our bodies. Alrighty. Let's do round number 1. Reset your breath for round number 2. Reset your breath for round number 3. Get ready for round number 4. Ready for round number 5, our final round. Hold your breath. And release. Bask in the energy that swirls around us. And we're going to set our intention today set our intention to use our energy to the best way that we know how, and to send that energy back out to the universe. Yeah. We made it to the other side. And we're feeling positive and we're feeling good. And we've activated our breath and our lungs and our bodies, and we've given it the nutrients and energy that it needs for a positive, successful day. Yeah. I hope you joined along this time. I feel really good about things. My skill on the drum has been only been getting stronger and stronger every day, and it's going to be a wild ride to go back and see the changes at the end of this challenge. So, on top of that, we feel even stronger about our breath. We feel like we're really, maximizing our breath. And, yeah. I saw a really interesting video on the internet the other day, and it was about a balloon. I know that doesn't make much sense now, but it was basically a glass bulb, and then you put the balloon on the inside, and it's got a hole here where the balloon goes in, and it's got a hole on the other side. So you put the balloon onto this side, inside of the bulb itself, and you can actually blow up the bulb, the balloon, I should say, and when you close the other end of the glass bulb, the balloon itself stays full, even though it obviously doesn't have anything holding it together, keeping the air in. And that's because you're changing the pressure on the inside of the glass bulb. When you put that plug on the back of it, or you close up the hole on the back, it's actually keeping that full. And that's a really poor description of that video, but basically they later went on to talk about how that's how our lungs work, and that our lungs are filled up, and what is actually happening is our diaphragm that sits underneath our lungs is actually what's pulling the air in. So our body acts as the glass bulb, and our lungs are the balloons, and our diaphragm is the portion that's kind of pushing and pulling to bring air into our lungs back and forth. So it's just kind of an interesting video to check out and see. And yeah, was very fascinated by the connection to the human body and the lungs, and obviously connecting back to our breath and how our breath works. So yeah, so we're gonna hop over to some yoga in just a moment, so you stay tuned. Feeling groovy. We'll stand upright. Hands all the way out to heart open. And we'll start making our circles. Go back down to little small fingertip circles. And we'll reverse. And come back down to small circles. And release. Let's go ahead and roll our shoulders back. And we can roll our shoulders forward. Roll out our neck a little bit. Reverse that direction. Scratch my leg a little bit. Let's do some of those calf raises real quick we had talked about to help strengthen our ankles, our calf muscles. Probably just good to get going here. I'll probably hit a couple more a little bit later on in the flow. I'm actually looking to get some of those elastic physical therapy bands so I can do some isolated training and building up of the muscles in my right leg there. So alrighty, we'll stand with our feet about shoulder width apart, hands back up to the universe. And we'll go into a forward fold. And we can walk our hands out in front of us. We'll go into a downward dog. We're going to do a twist to the right. We'll do a twist to the left. Coming back down to a downward dog. We'll go down onto our forearms. And finally, down to our knees. Oh boy, I disappeared from the camera for a second. We can work our way up onto our knees. We can sit back onto our feet. Hands up to the universe. Reaching up real tall. Bring our hands out to heart open. Let's bring our hands in to our heart. Then we can get up on our knees. And we can twist to the right we can go to the left. Bring our hands back up above our head. And we're going to lean backwards. Yeah. Alrighty. We can stand up. Come back over to the other side of the mat. We're going to drift into a forward fold. We're going to walk our hands out. Now in this downward dog, we're going to lift up our right leg. Next up, we'll do the three-legged dog with the left leg. Come back to just regular old down dog. Finally, we'll come down to tabletop. In here, we'll rock some cat-cows. Go ahead and go down onto our forearms, hold for a couple seconds. Then we're going to bring our chest down to the ground and bring our hands way out in front of us. We can straighten ourselves out, bringing our butt down. Using our fingertips to pull our arms a little bit farther. Finally, we're going to bring our arms down to our sides. We're going to lift our chest and our legs. And we'll release back down. And let's do that again. Put a plantar. I gotta scratch the head. Plant our hands by our chest. We'll hop back up into our tabletop. We're going to do a little, just kind of free movement here. Kind of doing a bit of a wave kind of feeling. Just kind of moving the muscles in a way that they don't normally move. So I think I'm looking pretty weird on camera right now. I don't really care. Alrighty, so let's do this really quickly. We're going to do another twist. We'll do the left side. And to finish this up, we're going to take our left leg and reach out way behind us. We're going to roll our ankles. Slow and go, baby, slow and go. Reverse that direction. Ooh, alrighty. Now take that knee. We're going to bring it up to the chest as high as we can. Now that third one, we'll reach up, we'll plant, and we'll step into our kneeling warrior. I'm going to kind of lean more into the warrior than I have in the past couple days. Hands up to the universe, warrior one. Down to warrior two. In this position, the warrior two is very much opening up the hip on the left leg here. Back up to warrior one. And we'll pop up to a standing warrior. Warrior two. Bring that left hand down to the left foot. Right hand all the way to the other side of the room. We're going to roll into a lunge with a fold forward, planting our hands on the ground. We'll come back up to a warrior one. We'll lean back. We could straighten out our legs to a straight-legged warrior two. Try not to lock your knees. And come back to center. Whew! That was a doozy. Let's come over to the other side of the mat real quick. Take one of those steps in place. Just kind of like to work the feet and the ankles. Shake them out a little bit. Get them moving. And then we're going to keep our balls of our feet on the ground. We're going to raise up our heels as high as we can. Trying to get them as vertical as possible. And try to do these slow, no sudden jerky motions, especially if you have bad ankles like me. Alrighty, and next we're going to do toes up, heels stay on the ground. And let's hit some of those calf raises really quick. It's more about the stretch than the actual exercise itself. Trying to activate those muscles so that they're ready to receive this energy that we cultivate from around us, that oxygen to help rebuild them and strengthen as we work through these stretches and exercises. Alright, one more. Feels good. Alrighty. Feet about shoulder width apart. Hands up to the universe. And we'll go down to a forward fold. We'll walk our hands out to a nice downward dog, holding this for a couple breaths. Go down onto our forearms again. And finally, we'll come back down to our knees. Just bring our chest down to the ground, reach our hands far out in front of us. And finally releasing down. Let's drop our hands down to our chest. And we'll push up with our hands and arms into our cobra pose, trying to lift the head as far close to the sky as possible. Down. You can do that again, but with a little variation, a little twist. Where we're twisting the shoulders. We can shift over to the other side. Back up to a full cobra. And back down. Alrighty. Let's try a little variation here. I feel like exploring a bit. Trying to figure out new ways to really stretch and activate, especially my legs. So first let's start off with something familiar. We'll take our left leg and reach it all the way out. And then I'm going to bring it all the way forward to about the kind of this 90-degree off of where my leg is. That's a very bad description. Pointing towards the camera. Ooh, feeling a nice stretch on the inner thigh. I bet you I could even pop up to a on the knees kind of pose with the leg extended out. We can come back down to our tabletop pose. We need to bring our leg back in. I'll do the same thing on the right side. All the way out. I'm bringing it around to perpendicular to my body. Using my breath to sink a little deeper into the stretch. Definitely feeling it a little bit in the knee, but also on the inner thigh and in the groin. Just holding it. Don't push too far. Bring our hands up to heart for this one. We'll come back down into our tabletop pose slowly. Alrighty. Let's hit a couple cat-cows. I like to keep this thing kind of symmetrical in our flows. So if we hit the cat-cows looking one direction, we probably want to hit it in the other direction as well. Alrighty, we're going to take the right leg and extend it out behind us. I'm going to roll that ankle. Again, this is my bad ankle, so I'm experiencing a little bit of pain. Now, don't have a full range of motion. Reverse directions. Let's go ahead and bring that knee all the way as far up as we can. And all the way back out. One more time. All the way up. Bring it all the way back out. And with that, we'll launch our right leg forward and we'll go up into our kneeling warrior sequence. Like I said, I want to lean a little bit more into the poses, into the lunge than I have in the past. We'll hop up to our standing warrior. Moving to warrior 2. Bringing our right hand down to our right foot. Left hand over to the other side of the room. We're going to keep our lunge, but we're going to plant our hands right in front of us. We can lean back, using the left arm to support ourselves and the right hand scooping some air. We come back up to center. We can plop down onto our butts. We can spread our legs nice and far. We're going to try to really get an active stretch rather than a passive stretch here. Bring the legs out just a little bit farther than they feel comfortable, because we want to feel that activation of those muscles. Take a couple breaths. We're going to reach right down the middle. Ooh. Holding this for just a few seconds. And we can come back up to center. Make sure our legs are still just a little bit beyond the comfortable point, just a little bit. We want to push ourselves, so let's go down to the left this time. We can grab onto our foot and pull ourselves a little bit deeper into the stretch. I'm actually going to choose to grab my toes today so I can activate that ankle. And I'm feeling that in the back of the calf muscles. It feels really nice, actually. Coming back to center. We'll go right down the middle again. And back to center. Let's go to the right. Same thing, I'm going to grab the toes and pull them up. Center. We're going to go right down the middle again. And come back to center. We can bring our feet in. We can sit with our feet together or our legs crossed. Now that the yoga flow has concluded, we have arrived. We've arrived here today to better ourselves, to work through our own struggles, and to find discipline and purpose within a practice. And every day, that practice begins with the breath. We invite the energy that swirls around us every day. into our lives with a deep breath. And when we exhale, we release that energy back to the universe so it can swirl around and find its place in this reality. Now that we've activated our breath, let's focus on taking away all of the tension in our body. Starting at the top of the head, at the crown, releasing the tension in the ears and the head and the back of the head, and allowing it to melt into the rest of the body. Next, we'll release our forehead of any strength, tension, and the muscles under our eyes and our jaw, upper jaw. We'll wiggle our nose a little bit to make sure it's loose. Working our way down to our jaw, our lower jaw. So much tension and stress is stored in our neck and shoulders. So at this point, we want to just feel the support of our spine. Release the muscles in our neck so that our neck can settle into a stillness. Releasing the tension in our shoulders. Letting our biceps and our upper arms go limp. Releasing the tension from our forearms and our hands, allowing them to just fall where they are. As we continue down the body, we'll release the tension in our chest and in our back, down to our bellies and our lower back. And then we get to our hips. We release that tension, supporting ourselves on our butts. We continue moving down to our thighs, our quads, our hamstrings, allowing them to melt like butter. Our knees are relaxed. Our legs, our calf muscles, our shins are relieved of tension. No longer need to hold in that stress, that tension. And finally, we go to our feet. Our feet are important to us because they support us in this world. They're a grounding element to the earth, to the universe around us. And they help us get to where we need to go. And so at this point, we release the tension in them, allowing them to feel relaxed. thoughts focus on our breath again. Before we conclude, repeat after me these words of affirmation. May I be filled with strength. May I live in joyful bliss. May I not allow suffering to cloud my judgment to the pains of my life. May I be healthy. May I follow the path that I see fit. And lastly, may the world around me be filled with happiness. Start to bat your eyes open and return to us here. Yes. Alrighty. Thank you for tuning in for day number 21. We're 3 weeks into a 4-week challenge. We've got 7 days left. Might even be some extras in there. Really feeling blissful and engaged and ready to take on my day, to get it going, to make it happen. So I hope you joined along for the breathwork exercise, the yoga. If you feel like doing something like that, join along with me. And if not, that little meditation at the end felt so powerful for me. I am feeling blessed to be a part of this reality right now, to be here. So, yeah. If you haven't already, go ahead and go over to my Instagram and TikTok account at the same name, bGdy Wellness. You can check out some short videos I've made, and I know that that's a huge left turn from feeling absolutely blissful from a little meditation there at the end of the yoga flows, but you gotta throw it in there when you can. So go check out my Instagram or my TikTok account and follow me there. Yeah, and then once again, if you are interested, I do have some merchandise available for sale. You can head over to my shop at maxwelledisonmusic.com/bgdy shop. I've got a bunch of cool options available. You can check out shirts, hoodies, all that mumbo jumbo, and you can get different colored shirts and items like that, coffee mugs. I actually really want to get a coffee mug because they're color changing. They're pretty cool looking. So yeah. And thank you just so much for making it to the end of this video. I know they're getting longer and longer as this challenge goes on, but I'm feeling stronger and stronger about how these are going. So, yeah. Have a beautiful day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and may you share one tiny bit of joy with another person today. And yeah, just go out there and give a little joy or support someone at a hard time. And it's important to be connected to other people. So until tomorrow for day number 22, we'll see you then. And love y'all.